to question number 35 already. Okay, so today I'm hoping to complete this question paper so that next week, starting from the beginning of July, so we'll start with the 11th portion. Okay, so now we have to start with question number 36, section E, question number 36. Can you see the question paper? Vedant and the other students. Yeah, please think about it and see if you can solve it yourselves. Okay, so there are 200 tiles, that are required to tile a rectangular floor. Okay, that's the tile size is not given. This only thing that is given is a square tile. Okay, now it is given that if the side length of each tile is increased by 1 unit, then it would take only 128 tiles. Okay, so now can you form the quadratic equation to solve this problem? Okay, assuming the original length of each side of the tile to be x units, make a quadratic equation from the above information. Okay. From that we can solve for x. That is the next part. Okay. If you are able to form just the first part, if you can form the quadratic equation, raise your hand so we can discuss that. Then we will go to the second part. Okay, so I have switched to my board now. Okay, so it is given that the side of a tile is x and 200 such tiles are required to tile a room. Okay, to lay tiles, covering the entire room. Okay, so from this what can you deduce? Can you compute the area of the room from this information? What is the area of the room? What is the area of each tile?
Sorry, x square.
Because x is a side, it is a square. Okay, side of the
200
square.
x square.
Yeah. Therefore, area of the room will be 200 x square. Because 200 tiles are required. Each tile is having an area of x square. So area. So it's also given that if you increase the size of the tile by 1 unit, then this is scenario 1. Now let us go to scenario 2. Now what is the side? If you increase the side by 1 unit, what will the side become now?
X plus 1.
X plus 1. And what is the area then?
X
Area of,
plus 1 into x plus 1.
yeah,
X square plus 2x plus 1.
correct. Let's say x plus 1 whole square. Okay, keep it like this itself. And now how many tiles are required? If you increase the size by 1, it says 128 tiles are required to cover the floor. Okay, now 128. So there now in this scenario, the area of the room is (128) into x plus 1 whole square. Okay. Now you have calculated area in 2 methods, in 2 scenarios, and the area has to be equal, right? Area of the room is same, right? So the required quadratic equation will be quadratic, let us say. That is what they're asking, right? Quadratic equation is 200 x square equal to 128 into x plus 1 whole square. So if the side is x, you need 200 tiles, and if side is x plus 1, you need 128 tiles. So this is the required quadratic equation. Okay, that is the first part. What is the second part? Second part is to write the same equation in standard form, right? That's what they're asking, right? Write the corresponding quadratic equation in standard form. So that will be, now you have to expand. Okay. So what is the standard form? Standard form will be ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So you have to write that above expression in this form. So let us do that. 200 x square equal to 128 into x square plus 2x plus 1. Now we have to expand. Okay. Right. Now to get it into standard form, we bring everything to the left side. That is 200 minus 128. This is the, sorry. This is minus, no? When I bring this 128, this is minus. This is minus. So 200x square minus 128x square minus 256x minus 128 equal to 0. So that is, so there are 2 terms with x square. So 72x square, I can subtract 128 from 200. So 72x square plus minus 256x minus 128 equal to 0. So this is a standard form, but we can still simplify it because it's no right side is 0. We can divide by, if there is a common factor for the 3 numbers, we can divide by that. Okay, it will be same as, so you can see that all of them are divisible by 8. So divisible by 8. So divide by 8, 9x square minus 32x minus 16. 16 8s are 128. Right. So this is the standard form. Because standard form, this is also acceptable, but this is a simpler standard form. Okay. So this is your standard form. Next question is to solve it through factorization and then solve it through quadratic formula. So let us solve it through both the methods. So let's solve it through factorization. This is your part 2. And now go to part 3. So how do you solve it through factorization? You have to calculate AC first. AC is 9 into minus 16, which is minus 144. And B equal to minus 32, right? So you have to multiply AC and then consider B. And this is your, suppose you divided it to say A and, sorry, not A, let us say P and Q. This will be your PQ. This will be P plus Q. So we have to find out two numbers so that their sum is equal to minus 32 and their product is equal to minus 144. And can you think of that number, P and Q? By just thinking what possibilities are there. By factorizing 144, we can calculate. Anybody? What? Just think for a minute and tell me what is how we can divide. Okay, so 144 is 36 into 4. Therefore, this is minus 36 and 4. Okay, minus 36 into 4 is minus 144. Minus 36 plus 4 is minus 32. Therefore, so you write like this. So that's minus 32x, you divide it in this way, minus 36 plus 4. Now you factor out 9x into x minus 4 plus 4 into x minus 4 equal to 0. That means 9x plus 4 into x minus 4 equal to 0. That is either 9x plus 4 equal to 0, which means 9x equal to minus 4 or x equal to minus 4 by 9, or x minus 4 equal to 0, which gives us a solution x equal to 4. Since we know that this is a tile having a side, it cannot be negative, right? So the answer is only x equal to 4. X equal to 4 is the answer. You can check it out. It is x equal to 4. The area, the first method is 200x square, right? In the second method is 128, right? Into 5 into 5. So you calculate this and they will match. Okay. So 4 into 4, 16 into 2, 3200. So 128 into 25. So 128 into 100 by 4. So 3200. Okay. So this is your answer. X equal to 4. And the same thing we can do through quadratic formula. So this is the equation 9x square minus 32x minus 16 equal to 0. That means here a equal to 9, b equal to minus 32, c equal to minus 16. Okay. So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now the quadratic formula is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So substitute. Okay. So minus b is plus 32 plus or minus square root of b square. 32 square is 1024 b square minus 4ac minus 4 into a into c whole divided by 2a. 2a is 18, right? 32 plus or minus square root of 1024. So this is now minus into minus plus. 4 9s are 36 into 16. So what is 36 into 16? 576. Okay. And 2a. So that will be 32 plus or minus square root of 1600 divided by 18. Is 32 plus or minus square root of 1600 is 40. 32 plus 40. One is 72 by 18. Other is 32 minus 40. Minus 8 by 18. The 72 by 18 is equal to 4. And this is equal to, by simplification, 4 by 9. 4 comma minus 4 by 9. The same thing we got, right? Through factorization also, we got 4 and minus 4 by 9. Right? So that completes the 36th question. Okay. So we have solved, no, we are completed A and the B both parts. This A part is find the value of x by factorization, and the second part is using the quadratic formula. Okay. Is it okay? So
Yes, sir.
right. So shall we move on to the next problem? Move on to the next problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please look at this problem. There's a game called Bingo. Bingo is a game of chance. Okay. The host has 75 balls numbered 1 through 75. Okay. Each player has a bingo card with some numbers written on it. The participant cancels the number on the card when called out a number written on the ball selected at random. Okay. Whoever cancels all the numbers says bingo and wins the game. Okay. So basically, you keep on drawing. There are 75 balls. You keep drawing one by one. Okay. And at some point, is anybody who has got a card? Okay. All the numbers on that card, if they are read out, if they are selected, then that person wins the game. Okay. That is the thing, rule of the
This is
game.
not visible.
Now, this is the in one game, Tara won the game. Okay, after 48 balls were drawn, Tara all her numbers in her card, okay, were called out, so she has won the game. Now, 48 balls. This is the way the numbers were called. Okay, 0 to 15 were called 8 times, 15 to 30 were called 9 times, and so on. So you can see that the total will add up to 48. So after this 48, the game ended. Okay, so this is the distribution of the numbers drawn. Okay, now the question is, if this is the distribution of the numbers drawn, write the median class. Okay, so 48 numbers were drawn and those numbers were distributed in this manner. That is 0 to 15 numbers in that range occurred 8 times. 15 to 30 occurred 9 times. 30 to 45 occurred 10 times and so on. Now, from this data, can you tell me what is the median class?
Sir, we are not able to see the question.
Oh my God. Oh.
So once again, could you explain this?
Okay. See, this is a game of bingo where balls are drawn. Okay. There are 75 balls. Okay. So when you draw a ball, the number that you will get is going to be between 1 and 75. 1 and 75 or 0 and I think it will be 1 and 75 because they are numbered from 1 to 75, it says. Okay. It says numbered 1 through 75. The problem says that clearly. Okay. So, so you announce numbers some 48 times because after 48 numbers were announced, the game has ended in one such game. Because if a particular person has got all his numbers cancelled out, then he wins. Okay. In this particular game, 48 numbers were drawn. Okay. And those 48 numbers fell in this range. 0 to 15, it came 8 times. 15 to 30 come 9 times. 30 to 45 came 10 times. 45 to 60, 12 times. 60 to 75, 9 times. So basically, this is the distribution of some, the numbers that were drawn. Okay. The range and the frequency. The range and frequency are given. Okay. With this data, the question is, if this is the data given, what is the median class? Mumtaz Ashraf, what did you say your name is? Mumtaz? Can you please type your name so I can?
Isra.
Isra. Okay. Okay. Isra, are you following? Did you follow the previous problem?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now you are in 11th standard, right? So this is already from the 10th portion. So from this data, what is the median class? How do you determine what is the median class? What is the median class?
45, 60.
45 to 60. Okay. So why are you saying that that is the median class? Okay. Vedant, what is your take?
So how I can find the median class?
Okay. Okay. So the median class means if there are 48 times the numbers that are drawn, okay, so you write them all in ascending order, where the middle number comes. The middle number is the 24th, right? So if there is even number of 28, 48 is even number, therefore the middle will be 24 and 25. Both will be median. I will write it down. If you write 48 numbers, okay, so in a sequence, in a ascending order, okay, 0 to 15 will come how many times? Some 8 times it is coming, right? So numbers could be like say 8 or 1 or 7, all between 0 and 15, okay? 0, 9, like that, okay? So this whole thing, this kind of numbers between 0 and 15 has occurred how many times? 8 times. Then after that, numbers in the range 15 to 30 means it could be something like 15, 25, 28. I'm just writing randomly, 15 to 30. Any number can be anything. Okay. So in this range, the numbers occurred how many times? 9 times. Okay. 9 numbers were like this. Okay. Now, if you write it, in ascending order in this manner, the median means there are totally 48, right? There are totally 48. Okay. In the 0 to 15, we have written 8 times. 15 to 30, we have written 9 times. Okay. So 8 plus 9, 17, we have already written. After that, 30 to 45, there are 10 times it's going to come. 30 to 45. Okay. Now, we are interested in where the 24th and 25th numbers are coming. Okay. First 8 numbers, then 8 plus 9, 17. After this, 17 plus 10, it is 27, right? So the 24th and 25th, if you write in the ascending order, is going to be in this class. Right? Because the cumulative frequency, you calculate the cumulative frequency 8, 17, 27. Okay? So cumulative frequency in which class? Okay? The 24th and 25th lies. That means it should be greater than 17 and less than 27. So it is in this class. So the median class is 30 to 45. Okay? That is your first part. Write the median class. Okay? Now, let's look at the second. Did you all follow why that particular class is median class? Because Isra, you said some other answer, right? So it is where the 24th and 25th value comes. Okay? That is what you should see. Because for that, you calculate the cumulative frequency and see where the 24 and 25 comes. So that apparently comes in the third class, which is 30 to 45. Okay. Did you understand, Isra? Okay. Now let's look at the next problem. Next problem says when the first ball was picked up. Okay, you're going to pick the first ball. At that time, there are 75 balls. Now you're going to pick up one ball. What was the probability of calling out an even number? There are 75 balls, numbered 1 to 75. Now you are picking up any one ball at random. So what was the probability of calling out an even number? Second part. What? Now there are 75 numbers from 1 to 75, right? In this 1 to 75, how many are odd and how many are even? Starting with 1, okay? 1 is odd and ending with 75. So 75 divided by 2 is 37. So there are 37 even numbers and 38 odd numbers. Right? So you can check it out. From 1 to 75, there will be 38 odd numbers and 37 even numbers. So when there are such universal set, okay, so this is a sample space. We call it a sample space. Okay, 1 to 75. Now, what is the probability of drawing odd number, right? What is the probability of calling out an even number? The The question is, what is the probability of calling out an even number? What is that? So there are 37 even numbers out of 75, right? So that is what is it? 37 or even 75 is the total. So probability of calling out an even number is 35. 37 by 75. Okay. The next question is interesting. Okay, find the median of the given data and mode of the given data. So now you calculate the median class, but within that class, so we know that it is 30 to 45. Okay, is that's a median class. The median value is somewhere between 30 and 45. But what exactly is that value? So how do you calculate? Okay, I'll tell you that. Okay. It is very simple, just common sense. Okay. Median value. Okay, we saw that it is the median class is 30 to 45. So it has to be 30 plus something. Okay. Okay. Now, so what is the size of the class? 15. Out of that 15, we want 24th and 25th value. Okay, the middle value, let us say 24th. Okay, so there are 48 numbers, right? So middle is we need 24th. Okay, but out of 24, the 17 are in the previous class. So within this class, there are totally 10 numbers that are coming. Okay, out of which. Sorry, ma.
Sir, can you hear me?
Are you able to hear me?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Sir,
can
I'm
hear
not
you.
able to see your screen. Is it?
No, I'm sharing it. No.
I think there is a network issue. I'm not able to see the screen.
What about other people? Isra and Mariam, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you check yours, Vedant? I'm sharing it. So you can you please rejoin? You may be able to. There may be some.
Okay, sir.
Mariam, are you able to see? Let's just wait for join. Okay.
Sir, can you hear me?
Can you see now?
No, sir. I can see your name or rather, likewise, it's showing.
Let me share it once again. Okay.
Yes, sir. You have joined, but the screen is not visible.
Now I have shared. Just give it a
Yes,
minute.
sir.
Can you see now?
No, sir. I can't see that.
Now I'm if now are you able to see? I am switching to the book. Okay. So can you see the book now? The question paper.
No, sir. I'm just seeing your name in the image, sir. Okay, shall I rejoin, or there may be some network issue,
Mm.
or I can change
Yeah,
the
I think
place.
other people, Isra, she is able to see my screen, right, Isra and Keshav?
Yes, sir.
You can see the question paper now, right, Isra?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Let's see what is the issue with Vedant. This is Hello? Can you hear now? Isra, can you hear? Okay. So this is the formula. Okay. So 30 plus 105 divided by 10, that is 30 plus 10.5, that is equal to 40.5. Okay. So this is your median value. This is your median value. Okay. So we take the proportionate. Okay. So from 24th is what we need. 17 is up to the previous class. So that 7 out of the class range of 10. Okay. Class frequency of 10. Okay. The 7 out of 10 is what we take. And we multiply it by the class width, height, or the this range, that 45 minus 30. Okay, so that is your H. Okay, so we have calculated median. The next part is calculate the mode. Okay, so from this data, how can we calculate the mode? So can you tell what is the definition of mode and what is the modal frequency, modal range here? Modal class. So which class has got the mode? Modal class. Mode means which value has got highest frequency. Okay. So given that this is the distribution, which frequency is highest out of this? This 12, right? This 12 is the highest frequency. So that means this range is your modal class. Modal class equal to 45 to 60. Now, there are three values that we have to consider to determine the mode. Okay. F1, F0, and F2. Okay. So F1 is the frequency of modal class. And what is that? The frequency of modal class, this is 45 to 60, the frequency is 12. Okay. So that is your F1. F0 is the frequency of class before modal class. That means you look at the previous class, which is this 30 to 45. This has got a frequency of 10. Okay. So you put it as 10. F0 is 10. And F2 is frequency of class after modal class. So we look at both the frequencies. To estimate exactly where the mode value lies, we need to look at the modal frequency, the previous frequency, and the next frequency. Here the next frequency is 9. Next frequency is this one, 60 to 70, which has got a frequency of 9. Now mode equal to L, okay, which is the lower limit of the modal class, plus F1 minus F0 divided by F1 minus F0 plus F1 minus F2. Okay. So F1 is obviously the highest value. Okay. So therefore, F1 minus F0, F1 minus F2, both will be positive only. Okay, out of which we take this F1 minus F0 in the numerator. Okay, so this is the ratio we have to consider, that we multiply by what is the height of the model class. So what is the height of the model class? It is 45 to 60. So that means that value is 15. H equal to 15. Okay. So this is the ratio in which we allocate. So that means L plus F1 minus F0 is what? 12 minus 10. That is 2 divided by 2 plus F1 minus F2 is what? 3. So we take 2 by 2 plus 3 into 15. 2 by 2, 2 by 5, right? What is L here? L is the model class, the lower end of model class, which is 45. So we take 45 plus 2 by 5 into 15. That means, sorry, 5 into 3. No? So 2 into 3, 6. 45 plus 6. Okay. So we conclude that the mode for this distribution is 51. Okay. Okay. So those are the questions here. Write the median class. So what is the probability of calling out an even number in the, when the first ball was picked up? Find the median, find the mode. Okay. I hope you understood this problem, right? Now we come to the last problem. This is the last problem in this question paper, question number 38. Okay. Please look at question number 38. The backyard is in shape of a triangle ABC with the right angle at B. Okay, the diagram is given. Okay, so this is the shape of a backyard. Okay, and AB is given as 7 and BC is given as 15. The circular pit was dug inside it. Okay, the pit was dug such that it touches the walls AC, BC, and AB. So it touches all the three walls at P, Q, R respectively. And it is given that AP equal to X. AP equal to X. Okay. Now, based on the above information, find the length of AR in terms of X. Okay. Find the length of AR. Use your geometry theorems. Okay. And try to determine the value of AR. Try for some time. Okay. So while I draw it in my body. Seven 15 PQR. AP equal to X. Okay, so I come to this tab. I'm sharing my board now. Okay. So this is a triangle ABC, a right angle triangle with a right angle at B. Okay. So and there's a circle inside. This is the center of the circle, and it touches all the three sides at points P, Q, and R. Okay, ABC is the triangle. So this is your diagram of the problem. And now, what is the value of AR? That is the first question, right? What is the question? AR. What is the value of AR? Let's look at the first part. For that, you simply connect A and O. Connect A and O. Okay. Once you connected A and O, what do you see? One moment. Okay, just think for some time. If there is a circle and then you draw tangents from an external point, okay, AR and AP, those two tangents will have the same length. Okay, these two tangents, because they are from an external point, you draw a circle. This you can see that okay, they are. So this will also be x. Okay, so AR equal to x. That is your first question. Now let's look at the next question. Write the type of quadrilateral BQOR. BQOR. Let's complete that BQOR. So you see that BQOR. What type of quadrilateral is this? So we see that since this is tangent, okay, AB is tangent to the circle. So that means tangent, the point where the tangent touches the circle, you connect to the center. This is 90 degree. Okay. So this is also a tangent. Square. Correct. You are right. Okay. So this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So therefore this is also 90 degree. So and this is R. This is R. Right. So this is also radius. This is also radius. So therefore BQOR is a square. Very good. Right. And then what is the other question? Find the length of PC in terms of x and hence find the value of x. Okay. Find the length of PC in terms of x. PC. What is this in terms of x? It's very easy because PC equal to AC minus AP, right? This PC is equal to AC minus AP. And what is the value of AC? We know AC because it says 7 and 15 and is a right angle triangle. That is a hypotenuse.
AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square.
Very good, very good. That means this is square root of 15 square. Yes, 7 square. So that is your AC. So minus x. That means square root of this is 274, no? So we got PC in terms of x, that is root of 274 minus x. It is not coming to a perfect square, right? 274, but it's okay. Okay. But you still got it in terms of x. PC equal to root of 274 minus x. That's all. Now what? And find the value of x. Okay. Find the value of x. Think about it. How can you find the value of x from that? What else is given? Okay. Now, how can we determine x? Okay. So now we know that this is r. Okay. So this is also r, right? This is also r. Okay. And this is 15, right? X. From that, let us try to mark. Okay. So this will be 7 minus x, right? So this whole thing is 7, and therefore BR is 7 minus x. So this is also 7 minus x. Okay. So this BQ, so I'll write down. Okay. BR equal to AB minus AR equal to 7 minus x. But we also already saw that this is a square. BQOR is square. So that means since it is square, BQ is also equal to 7 minus x. Now BQ is 7 minus x means QC equal to BC minus BQ, right? QC equal to BC minus BQ. That is 15 minus 7 minus x. BC is 15 and BQ is 7 minus x. That means 15 minus 7 plus x. 8 plus x. Now QC is 8 plus x. Therefore, PC is also 8 plus x. The same logic. Okay, there is an external point and two tangents are drawn. So both are equal. So this is 8 plus x. So this is also 8 plus x. Now we also already determined that that is equal to root of 274 minus x. Same BC, PC, right? PC equal to QC equal to 8 plus x. Okay. And we also determined that PC equal to root of 274 minus x. So equate the two. Root of PC equal to root of 274 minus x equal to 8 plus x. So this is your equation. From this you can solve for x. So bring x to the right hand side, you get root of 274 minus 8 equal to 2x. That means x is equal to square root of 274 minus 8 whole divided by 2. Okay. You can simplify, calculate square root of 274 using calculator and calculate this value. Okay. So I'm not doing that. So I'm just leaving it as x equal to root of 274 minus x minus 8 divided by 2. Approximately this will be like something between 16 and 17. So let us say 16.5. So minus 8 is 8.5 by 2. Roughly it comes to 4.25. That is what is your x. Okay. I think I did not share this tab, so you can look at the steps. Okay. So this we already saw. PC is square root of 274 minus x. Afterwards, I have written these steps. BR equal to 7 minus x. BR equal to 7 minus x because AB minus AR. 7 minus x. AB minus AR. So therefore, BR equal to BQ. So BQ equal to 7 minus x. So since BQ equal to 7 minus x, QC equal to PC minus BQ. That is 15 minus 7 minus x. That comes to 8 plus x. Okay. So PC equal to QC. Because again, from an external point, 2 tangent. So this is 8 plus x. So this is also 8 plus x. And now we have got PC, two values for PC. One we got as root of 274 minus x. Other we got as 8 plus x. So equate the two. Okay. So you get x equal to root of 274 minus 8 whole divided by 2. What is the last question? Find x. And hence find the radius of the circle. Now that we know x, what is the radius of the circle? R. Okay. Now we have the value of x. Then what is the radius of the circle is same as this, right? Same as this. Okay. So look at this square. Okay. So this R is same as BQ. So what we need, radius of the circle is same as BQ. And BQ we know is 7 minus x. BQ or BR, that is equal to 7. R equal to 7 minus x. That's all. So 7 minus this whatever. Okay. So we already saw this comes to some 4 point something, right? So 7 minus that 4 point, it will be something around 2.523. So that is your R. I think we have completed this question paper and we are also, completed our time. Okay. So anything, did you all follow, Isra? Did you follow whatever was taught today? Did you understand? Did you find it useful? Okay. So we are done with this question paper. So I'm going to close the session today. And next session will be for 11th class. It's going to be on Wednesday. Okay. So that we will start with the first chapter from your 11th standard. Okay. Thank you, Isra. Thank you. Okay. So on the next Wednesday, the first class is going to be on the first chapter. I think that will be functions and relations, right? So we'll start with that in the next class. Okay. Good night, Isra. Bye now.